So, you, come here often? Not a big talker, are you? Don't worry, it's been a while since I've done this myself, so... Yeah, what do you say we get down to it then? Let's do it. So, it's Valentine's Day, and what would you have it? I'm alone. Again. But that's okay. Even though a lot of people believe this holiday was invented to sell cards, chocolates, and candies, I believe there is some romance associated with it. And to prove it, this game is gonna teach me how to be one of those ladies, man, that I hear so much about. Because honestly, I'm not very good at being suave. Let's play the game. Okay, so I started the game and the very first thing that I hear is this weird Blind Melon-esque song that has no discernible lyrics whatsoever. It truly is one of those I think they were high when they made this songs because, well, just listen to it. Let's just play this game. Let's just let that set the tone for the rest of the video. And hopefully it's, a sexy tone. Despite that atrocity, I figured I better learn how to play the game before I start a new one from scratch. So I started the tutorial and was instructed to choose both a man and a woman. For both sexes, there's a variety of stereotypical options like the girl next door, the geek, the one who gives blowjobs around the corner, and well, the one who needs to take a shower. On the men's side, there's yet another geek with a ridiculous early 2000s haircut, the bad boy, George Clooney, the guy who shares my name and looks super serious, and wait, me? I'm not even kidding, this guy kind of looks like me. Just look at the similarities. Anyways, I chose the girl next door looking gal and, well, me of course. Because hopefully my video game counterpart won't be like Charlie Brown and never score. Regardless, the tutorial gave the basic rundown on how to play the game while also establishing that my character is a gigantic perv that knows no limits or shows any amount of restraint towards how big of a perv that he is. Oh, I'm sure that you weren't, man. And I'm also totally sure that you wouldn't bring that up in one of the very first conversations you would have with your attractive new roommate whom you want to have sex with. Just damn, Charlie Brown! So after learning the absolute bare basics of the game, it transitioned into the story mode in the most absolute subtle way ever. Because once you unpack all of your things, bam! The game just kind of starts. And you know what? That's a great way to end a tutorial, only teaching the player how to walk from place to place, brush your teeth, and change your clothes. Which I just have to point out, right from the get-go, I'm able to make the characters naked as all can be. And you know what else? I like that. I like having that kind of power. It feels so good! Once the game was officially underway, I honestly had no idea what I should have been doing. It's not like the tutorial told me that I had the weekend to do whatever until Monday when their job started. Because I guess they already had jobs? You see, with The Sims, you can basically start from scratch and can choose which kind of career path you want for that specific sim. But with this game, they decided to have everything pre-made for the player. Because, you know, I totally like to have my creativity be stifled. Heck, I'm so creative I put a bed in the living room. Because, you know, that way they could watch TV while they do it. So, considering there really wasn't a whole lot else to do, I decided to start working on the relationship between the two characters, which appears to be the main focus of the game. Now, I know at The Sims, one of the many things you could do is to make the two Sims have sex like the weird divine being behind the computer screen that we all were. But in this game, it seems that's the only thing I meant to do, is to make them hit it, and hit it good. It's really difficult to manage the time between them though, and even though they're stuck in an apartment with just the two of them, you'd think they'd be able to spend a lot of time together, but that is far from the case, because they both have jobs, they have an apartment to maintain it clean, and they require about the same kind of upkeep you would give in The Sims, but they also both really like to go to the bathroom. A lot. Like, look at this. This is so ridiculous. I had to make a separate bathroom just for Lisa so they stop interrupting each other. If only they were able to do everything at once, they'd be able to spend a lot more time with each other. There's a couple of interesting things in the game that I simply can't pass up to talk about. One of them being the walk cycle for the two roommates. Like, just look at them. It's like they're in a constant state of Skyrim-itis. Another thing that's mentionable in this game is the level up system. Wait, is this an RPG now? How am I supposed to take this game seriously? Like, suddenly I have skill points and EXP and ESP to give to the DOGG Mountain Lion Febreze? Well, apparently I do. I just thought it was a little bit out of place, and the first thing that popped into my head when I saw that was like something out of Dungeons and Dragons. Why, hello there, traveler. I'm a roommate with a +2 horniness and a +1 always having to interrupt you while you use the bathroom. So after a little while of constantly clicking on the same interactions that are available, a short text conversation happened between the two roommates. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is apparently the main draw of story mode. These unimportant text dialogues are meant to advance the story, but that's the thing. There really isn't a story besides building a relationship between the two of them. But the text doesn't really convey a sense of story, and to try and showcase how meaningless they are, well, here's what some of them have to say. I can see you're looking at me. Then there's something wrong with your eyes. What are you looking at me like that for? You've got something on your lip. What? Me. You want to come over here and give me a kiss? I want to come over there and screw you till I can't stand up, but hey! It's so stupid. Like there's a story in all of that? How is there a story in that? I can find better stories from Sonic fanfiction websites. I'm not going to give up though. I have to know what happens at the end of the game. It's like I've been through too much to be let down and disappointed. I know there has to be something good. And just like buried treasure, we're gonna find it.
You throw a fast one on me, game, I'll throw a fast one on you. There's gotta be gold in here somewhere!
So after a lot of talking, I was able to finally get them to both have sex. But let's just pause for a second. Look at how much I had to get the relationship bubble themes up to the point where they could do the honky-tonk badonkadonk. And then look at how slow it builds up when I make them talk. And then for some reason, sometimes it just won't work when I try to work on their relationship. I think it's because their needs are already taken care of at that point. So I had to wait for their relationship needs to go back down before I could start making progress with the bubbles again. So needless to say, it took a long time. But here we are. We finally arrived at Sex City, baby. Population 2. Here we go. They're gonna lay the smackdown of love. You know, maybe it was just my expectations, but the sex in this game was an incredible letdown. I spent so much time building up both of their bubble things to be able to do it, and then just... this. That'd be awful if that's what sex was actually like. Barely moving an inch, moaning a couple of times, and then... disappointment. So despite the totally bummer sex, I decided to continue on with the game. I figured I had most of their bubble things up almost all the way anyways, so I may as well get them up as high as I can. A couple more conversations later, and the roommates decided to have the most realist talk of all. Marriage talk. Oh man, what's she gonna say? How is he gonna propose? Oh, well, okay. I mean, that isn't exactly the greatest way to do it, but, you know, we're all human. We all make mistakes. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. What did she say? What did she say? She said... no? Okay, wait, there has to be a way I can convince her. Maybe if I just make out with her, and then ask her again, and then, oh my gosh, she said yes! She said yes! Oh my gosh, yes! Oh my gosh! This is just so beautiful. No, it's not. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. If you haven't seen my other stuff yet, then please be sure to check it out. Also be sure to check out my friends in RoboSlinky and Perrydactyl. They both make some pretty good stuff. If you want to stay up to date on what I'm doing next, then please be sure to follow me on Twitter and Tumblr. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.